Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for today, Thursday, July 27th, 2017. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Today, Thursday, July 27th, 2017, we were notified of the passing of His Honor Sir Eustace John, former Deputy Governor General on Nevis. He was the second person to have served as Deputy Governor General of Nevis, preceded only by Weston Paris. Sir John retired from the office of Deputy Governor General on April 30th, 2017, having served for almost 23 years from when he was appointed. The Deputy Governor General performs the functions of the office of Governor General as they relate to the island of Nevis. Before being appointed Deputy Governor General, he was the Commercial and Accounts Manager at ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation, ZBC, in St. Kitts from 1971 to 1972, and the General Manager from 1972 to 1981. John, who was born in 1939, is survived by his wife Delia John and his children and grandchildren. We express our deepest condolences to his family and friends. Marketing Chairperson for Culturama 43, Huey Sargeant, is encouraging persons to pace themselves for the upcoming activities for Culturama 43. We'll hear more in this report from Fredicia Liebert.
I'm Fredicia Liebert, and today is the official opening of Culturama 43. Last weekend, we had a number of activities, including the Wet Fete and the semi-finals for the Soca Monarch competition. This weekend is going to be similar with the number of activities. I'm here with Marketing Officer for Culturama, Huey Sargeant, and he'll tell us about the upcoming activities.
Well, Fredicia, thank you for having me. This weekend, it's going to be a big weekend. Last weekend, as you mentioned, there was a big weekend. We had the Wet Fete, we had the Soca semi-finals, we had the Beach Lime, all of which were pretty much oversubscribed. And coming up this weekend, this evening on Thursday, we have the official opening ceremony. We also have, right after that, we have the Junior Calypso Monarch contest. And following that, we have a band in the village. Friday evening, we have the Glow Fete. Big weekend, big fetes. The fete last week was great. This week, we're anticipating an even greater turnout for the Glow Fete. On Saturday, we have an exhibition match featuring members of the Patriots cricket team coming up against the Premier's 11. We also have the aquatic extravaganza on the Charleston waterfront. We have the Miss CSS show on Saturday evening.
Let me catch my breath because I'm already tired. Talk again.
Yes. I'll continue because I can't say this again. Well, we ended on Saturday evening with the Miss CSS pageant. Of course, we have the village still swinging after that. On Sunday, we have the Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Contest, which is the 30th anniversary. So, I mean, it's quite a bit of activities, and that's just the first weekend of Culturama. And we have a big weekend after that. And all throughout the week, we have quite a number of activities. So, I mean, we're encouraging persons, pace yourself, drink lots of water. If you're into green juice and bush tea, do a little bit more than you're accustomed to because you'll need the energy. Vitamins, it's always important. Rest is always important because we really don't want to have you fallen by the wayside, fall in your bed in the hospital, and because Culturama is something that we should all enjoy and we want people to enjoy. This year we're giving people lots of options. So what I'm telling people, choose your friends carefully, choose who you lime with carefully, choose what you want to go to. I don't expect that unless you're a hero or a superhero, you want to go to everything. But there are options. And if all else fails, the brand new village is there. Bars are always open just to have a nice lime. Because Culturama, we're giving you options, but it's the Caribbean's greatest summer lime.
Okay, well, we are spoiled for choice for this Culturama 43. I'm Fredicia Liebert reporting for the Nevis Newscast.
Thanks, Fredicia. The 5th Annual Empire Sports and Social Club's Aquatic Extravaganza takes place on Saturday, July 29th at the waterfront in Charlestown.
And this year we're adding some new stuff. We normally have the regular swimming, but this year we are also adding the backstroke apart from the regular swimming. For the diving competition, we normally have one diving competition. This year we're having the longest dive and the coolest dive. And of course, persons are reminded, those who normally take part, that they are competing for medals, a trophy for the top performer, and the top performer every year. There is a perpetual plaque that was sponsored by H&H Equipment Rental. And for the past 3 years, the top performers were in 2014, Clayton Hendrickson in 2015, and Giovanni Tyson in 2016. And of course, the person who is the top performer for 2017, their name will be inscribed here on the plaque.
President of the club, Eric Evelyn, also mentioned that, along with the prizes mentioned, the winners will also receive cash prizes. He then encouraged persons to support the cultural event.
So we're expecting the whole of Nevis and St. Kitts to come out and witness what promises to be a very grand event. The Grand Masters Band will be on show from about 6:30, going down late. We're also hoping to have an appearance by the contestants for the Miss Culturama swimwear competition. We'll be also having our beer drinking and domino competition, the swimming and the diving, and of course the exciting greasy pole that everybody looks forward to. So all in all things, and of course another attraction this year, we're having a boat show. And that boat show will be done in conjunction with the Boating Association that was recently organized and established here in Nevis. So lots to see and lots to do, lots to eat and drink, and so we're expecting persons to come out in their numbers to support the Empire Sports Club in our 5th Annual Aquatic Extravaganza for 2017.
Evelyn thanked the various sponsors for the event. Still to come, CSS receives donation from past students. The details when we return.
If you like dancing and whining and fretting till the morning, if you like
drinking, masquerading, live music always playing,
if you like islands of blue seas where people are always smiling, if you like
street jams and bandstands where people will be jamming, don't you miss this time, no.
Nevis Culturama 43,
our festival, our legacy, don't you miss this time, no.
Nevis Culturama 43,
the Caribbean's greatest summer lion, don't you miss this time, no.
Nevis Culturama 43,
our festival, our legacy, don't you miss this time, no.
Nevis Culturama 43,
the Caribbean's greatest summer lion.
Nevis Culturama 43.
As a responsible taxpayer, you help to finance free health care at all health centers on Nevis. Thank you for putting country above self. This message was brought to you by the Inland Revenue Department, Nevis. Be a responsible citizen.
Welcome back. A 30-inch Frigidaire stove, courtesy of the Ministry of Tourism, was presented to the Nevis Prison Farm yesterday, Wednesday, July 26th, for the continued assistance the prison has provided the ministry over the years. Officially handing over the appliance was Acting Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism, John Hanley, who outlined the purpose of the donation.
Whenever we have our various projects, one of the main ones of which would be the cleaning of the bath stream, we can readily call on the prison farm and they come to our assistance. They send the prisoners out and the prisoners assist us. The work that they do is very good. They're very enthusiastic about the work that they do. And we are, of course, quite delighted to make this small gesture in return and in response for all the assistance that the prison farm has given to us over the years.
In response, Principal Officer of the Nevis Prison Farm, Desmond Morton, thanked the Ministry of Tourism for the donation.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Ministry of Tourism, in particular for this kind gesture. And we know that this gesture will not only enhance the appearance of the officers at Prison Farm to do their job more comfortable, so that we can always continue to help the Ministry of Tourism and the Nevis community in particular.
The Nevis Prison Farm and the ministry have collaborated in a series of projects, the most recent, the cleaning of the Bath stream at Bath Village. The 1962 graduating class of the Charlestown Secondary School CSS earlier this morning donated 4 microscopes and an LCD projector to assist the students in their pursuit for secondary education. Present at the ceremony was Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Kevin Barrett, who welcomed the donation on behalf of the ministry. Also delivering remarks at the ceremony was Principal Education Officer Palsy Wilkin, who commended the class for maintaining the connection with their alma mater and giving back to the school.
It is indeed a proud moment this morning when we can stand here to say thanks to you who have left our school system so many years ago, but still have that in mind that you want to give back to where you got your education.
In response, Principal of the school, Edson Elliott, thanked the class for the donation and underscored the significance of the donation to the students.
The Charlestown Secondary School, however, is an institution which is strong in science. We have had some very good results coming from science. Science is a type of subject where the students have to be able to see things and to be able to experiment. And microscopes certainly will help us to do that. Institution is happy with this type of gesture. We like when persons give back because we ourselves have been in the process of giving. And certainly when you give back to the institution, it will help us to instill that in our children, that as they develop, that they too must be a part of giving back.
The ceremony concluded with the handing over done by the Principal Education Officer, Palsy Wilkin, to the Principal of the Charlestown Secondary School, Edson Elliott. And that brings us to the end of this edition of the Nevis Newscast. I am Bronte Swanston Hendrickson. Thank you for viewing.
This one is going out to the land of my birth, Queen City, Nevis.
Truly, one of the few places that has an untouched beauty that has captivated the hearts of many. Nevis is everything you imagine.